This is Neil Patel, helping you succeed through online marketing.
All right, so for today, we're going to talk about here's what the top YouTubers taught us about YouTube marketing. Neil, you remember the George Gammon who spoke at my thing, right? This is probably the best takeaway I got here. If you're going to be creating on YouTube, especially YouTube, right? You're an employee of YouTube. They're not just going to give you all the views and give you all the promotions in the beginning. They want to see if you're going to be a consistent employee. Also, yesterday I hung out with Ali Abdal. He has like 5 million subs or so. His girlfriend's also a YouTuber as well. And they're like, man, you know, I don't want to continue on this YouTube hamster wheel. It's like, yeah, it's a commitment.
It is a commitment. And they're spot on right about the subscribers. I have over 1 million subscribers. Whether they have 1 million or 10 million, it doesn't matter. What matters is the content. But here's the kicker. You got to A, be consistent in producing content, but B, and B is even more important, if the content you're producing isn't hits, it's hard to actually get more hits. But once you get 2 or 3 hits consistently, assuming your content's really high in quality, it's easy to maintain that momentum. But the moment you create 2 or 3 hits and then you just put out a few mediocre pieces of content, it actually screws up the whole channel. You got to make sure that you're consistently trying to produce hits. And what you'll find is more of your content will just go viral. And it's hard to do that. And what we found is when we produce hits that are more broad, like in the marketing world, like here's a hack that'll help your WordPress blog rank higher on Google, we get a lot more views. But then on the flip side, we generate a lot less qualified leads. But when we produce content that's not as much of a hit, like should you use a subdomain versus a subdirectory for SEO when your website is in 50 plus different languages, content like that won't get the views. But for us, it drives leads. And leads from like large enterprise companies. And that's what we're seeing revenue from YouTube at least.
So this is Russell Brand. I don't know if you follow him at all. I just know he's like a purple belt Brazilian jiu-jitsu guy. But he's really popular, right? Like 6.7 million subs. He had some controversy recently. But here's what George Gammon and Josh said, right? It's like his thumbnails are the best.
Yeah, dude, a lot of these YouTubers do well. But the one thing I would say is YouTube marketing is great. Even though Eric and I think it's the big social channel that you should pay attention to, that's still going to be extremely popular over the next 5-10 years. Like, Facebook is great, but the real money in Facebook is just running ads. It's not really on the organic side. YouTube, we still think you'll be able to do really well organically in the long run, but I still wouldn't recommend putting all your eggs in one basket.
Ali yesterday, we're doing a podcast and he's like, yeah, I struggle with the focus thing because it's like, well, I have YouTube and then like, what if YouTube maxes out? I'm like, the marketing channels, you can diversify all day, right? Like the worst thing is if you diversify in too many different unrelated businesses, like that's a completely different story. So it's okay to diversify marketing channels once you figure one out.
Yes, but not businesses. Businesses, you should stay laser focused and just make sure you're going after a big TAM. TAM stands for total addressable market. It also makes your marketing easier because if you can appeal to more people or a bigger audience, or even if it's a small audience but they spend a lot of money, it's just easier to generate revenue.
Now, if you have any questions, leave a comment below. I'm here to answer them and help you out. If you enjoyed the video, like it, share it, tell people about it. Thank you very much.